woman was shocked to discover that the noble prince standing before her looked exactly like the lover she had secretly kept for 3 years. At first, she thought it was just a coincidence, until she noticed the mole on the corner of the prince's eye and realized with a start that the man she had been intimate with for the past 3 years was actually the exalted prince himself. 3 years ago, on her wedding day, the woman had been cruelly abandoned. Her husband had eloped with his concubine in the middle of the night, making her the laughingstock of the entire capital city. But instead of crying or making a scene, she had gone straight to the Drunken Moon Pavilion and taken a young lover. Little did she know that this gentle and attentive paramour was in fact the crown prince. The prince had recognized her as the one who had saved his life, but to avoid putting pressure on her, he had kept his true identity hidden until that fateful night when the woman suddenly said she wanted to end things between them because her runaway husband was coming back. With tears in her eyes, she stuffed a stack of silver notes into the prince's hands and even gifted him the house they had shared, not realizing that the prince had already fallen deeply in love with her and had secretly vowed to win her back. The next day, the woman pretended to be eagerly awaiting her husband's return, waiting outside the manor from early morning. She was stunned when her husband arrived with not only his original concubine, but 4 more pregnant women in tow. Yet instead of getting angry, she calmly assigned them all numbers because she had long wanted a divorce to force her husband to agree to the split. She demanded control over all the family's assets and to have all the children registered under her name. As expected, this enraged her husband, and he immediately agreed to the divorce. Just as the woman thought she had regained her freedom, her mother-in-law threatened to kill herself if she left. It turned out the Marquis Manor had been relying on her to stay afloat all these years, and her mother-in-law was counting on her to revive the family fortunes. The next day, at the Empress Dowager's birthday banquet, while others presented rare treasures, the woman offered up tea leaves she had personally roasted, drawing mocking laughter from the entire hall. At that moment, the crown prince arrived, and the woman froze when she saw his face clearly. Forgetting even to bow in greeting, her husband hastily pulled her down to kneel, and in the confusion, roughly shoved her, causing her to fall right into the prince's arms. In that instant, the hall fell completely silent as she finally confirmed that this was the lover she had kept for 3 years. Her husband still tried to curry favor with the prince, pulling his wife over to toast him, hoping the prince would grant him the right to organize the banquet, only to be rejected on the spot.